everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk in English. I hope you're ready to learn. My name is Peter, one of your teachers here on the show. Today's topic is sports, and the title of today's lesson is, Where can I borrow a bike? Where can I borrow a bike? Okay, Katie, do you like riding bikes?
I love riding bikes. I think that riding a bike is a lot of fun, and you can get some good exercise too. Hi everyone, my name is Katie, and I'm your other teacher here on the show.
Okay, friends, let's read today's Read It with Katie.
Abby doesn't have a bike. Rob doesn't have an extra bike either. But don't worry, the city has new public bikes. Abby can borrow a bike at one station. Then she can return it at another station. It's very convenient. Borrowing a bike is not expensive. The first 30 minutes are free. She can pay with her credit card.
It can be fun to go biking on the weekends. It's a great way to go when the weather is nice.
I agree. I like bike rides a lot. When the weather is good on a Saturday or Sunday, I like to bike in town.
You can go on a bike ride with friends or alone. I like to do both. Maybe you can stop along the way and get lunch or see new places.
That's right. And a great thing about biking is you can visit places around the city. Do you know of a nice park or a great coffee shop? Try riding your bike there.
That's a good idea. But what if you don't have a bike? Well, we'll talk about that today. But first, let's learn our key words with Christina.
今天的主题讲的是自行车。自行车是 bicycle， 不过大部分的人也会用 bike 来表示自行车。bike 比 bicycle 简单了。Do you have a bike? Abby 想要跟 Rob 借自行车，所以他说 Do you have an extra bike? 形容词 extra 就是额外的意思。其实没有自行车也照样可以骑，因为政府为市民准备了公用的自行车。形容词公用或公共的就是 public. You can use a public bike. 更厉害的是，用公共自行车是免费的哦。It's free. 免费的就是 free.
Hi, Susie. Did you hear?
Hi, Alex. Hear what?
The city has new public bikes.
Oh, really?
Yes, there are stations around the city. You can borrow a bike, then return it at another station.
Wow, cool. That sounds convenient.
It is. Taipei has public bikes too. They're very convenient.
I love to go places on bikes. When you use a bike to go somewhere, we say you ride it. Do you like to ride bikes, friends?
I do. I like riding bikes on the weekend. And I can also say that I like going on bike rides on the weekend.
Okay, so you can say ride a bike or go on a bike ride. That's a good thing to know. When I was a kid, I used to use my bike all the time.
Me too. Riding a bike is a lot faster than walking. And of course, when you're a kid, you can't drive a car or ride a scooter.
I rode my bike to visit my friend or I rode it to the park. But now I ride my bike on bike paths.
Bike paths are a good place to ride your bike through town. A path is like a small street or road that only bikes can use.
That's right. Cars can't drive on bike paths. That makes them safer for bikes to use. And usually bike paths go through parks and other beautiful places in town.
Oh, hey, Peter, did you hear?
Hear what, Katie?
I got a new bike. I can't wait to ride it.
Wow, that's great. I didn't hear that.
Oh, well, that is also today's Calendar phrase.
Did you hear?
Did you hear? 你听说了吗？
Did you hear?
Hear what?
The big news. Did you hear?
No, hear what?
The important news. Did you hear?
No, what's the big news?
I don't know. I'm waiting to hear. Did you hear?
Did you hear? 你听说了吗？
When you have something to tell someone, you can start with this phrase. Use this for when you want to tell someone some news. They probably don't know about it.
Yeah, like, did you hear? The weather is going to be nice this weekend. What do you think that we should do?
Hey, I know. We should go for a bike ride. I think you wanted to do that anyway, because you got a nice new bike. But I don't have a bike. What can I do?
You can borrow a bike. There are public bikes in the city that you can use.
Oh yeah. When I borrow a bike, I don't need to buy a bike. I can use a bike for a short time and give the bike back. That's borrowing.
And a public bike means anyone can use it. It's public, so it's for everyone. That's a very good thing. But why are these bikes so convenient?
Because there are stations all over the place. You can borrow a bike at one place and return it at another station. That's easy and sounds great. Let's learn more about this in our next conversation.
How much does a bike cost? Is it expensive?
No, the first 30 minutes are free.
That's good. But what do you do after 30 minutes?
Then you pay $3 for the next 30 minutes.
How do you pay?
You pay with your credit card.
Oh, okay.
Let's go ride one.
So we are learning about borrowing bikes. These bikes are all over town and they're easy to use. So that means they are convenient.
These bikes are public too. That means anyone can borrow one. And remember, the one thing about borrowing, you have to give it back.
That's right. When you borrow something, it's not yours. If you don't give it back, you'll have to pay a lot of money. But if you borrow it and return it later, it doesn't cost much money.
Cheap bikes to borrow? And you said the weather is going to be nice too? This is great. Okay, I'll borrow your nice new bike and you can get a public bike from one of the stations. We'll go on a bike ride.
I don't think so, Peter. You can get a public bike. I'll ride my bike.
But I thought I was going to borrow a bike. Your bike.
Peter, you can borrow a public bike. Come on. They are not that expensive.
Okay. So how much does a bike cost?
Well, I'll tell you that after we talk to Christina. She always has great things to tell us.
使用公共自行车要多少钱呢？ How much does it cost? 动词 cost 就是所价多少的意思。如果某样东西非常的贵，你可以说 it costs a lot。如果不贵的话，就可以说 it doesn't cost much。另外，你也可以用句型 cost someone something 表示花了某人多少钱。比如 The new book cost me $300。要特别说明一下，动词 cost 的过去式还是 cost， 所以 The new book cost me $300。这里的 cost 是过去式哦。
Okay, Katie, how much does a bike cost? You said that after Christina, you would tell me how much it costs to rent a bike.
Oh, rent a bike? Rent is another word like borrow. When you rent something, you pay money to use it, but you don't own it.
Yes, yes, yes. I know that. But how much does it cost?
Well, for the first 30 minutes, it's free. Let's go to Rebecca to learn more about this phrase.
Hello, friends. Here's today's grammar point. The first noun is our adjective. For example, the first songs are new. Or you could also say the first person is early. Now it's your turn to use it at your house.
Thanks, Rebecca. And thanks, Katie, for finally telling me how much it costs to borrow a bike. The first 30 minutes are free. Well, that doesn't cost anything.
You're right. Free means that it doesn't cost any money. You don't pay anything. But let's talk about this grammar tip that Rebecca taught us. The first something is something.
Well, in school, each test you take has more information that you need to know. So the first test is the easiest.
Everyone, you try to think of a sentence on your own. It's some good practice for you. But right now, it's time for us to take a short break. We'll be back again right after this.